So the iPhone 17 is officially here, and the big question on everyone's mind is, should you get it? Or if you just picked up an iPhone 16, are you already missing out? It's a tough spot to be in, and honestly, the yearly upgrade cycle can get pretty confusing. That's exactly what we're going to break down in this video, the iPhone 16 versus the brand new iPhone 17. We're going to go through all the key specs and features that you should actually care about, and hopefully by the end of this you'll have a much clearer idea of which one is the right phone for you, or if you even need to upgrade at all. Now, I don't have the iPhone 17 in my hands just yet. It's on its way, but for now, this comparison is going to be based on a deep dive into the official specs from Apple's event, and I've spent hours watching all the hands-on videos and early impressions from the amazing reviewers who got their hands on it first, so we have a really solid picture of what this new phone is all about. I'll tell you which one I'm leaning towards at the end, but first let's kick things off with one of the biggest changes this year, the display. Alright, let's talk about the design and display. If you're holding the iPhone 16, you're looking at this really nice 6.1-inch Super Retina XDR display. It's bright, it's colorful, and honestly, it's a great screen. The big catch though, and something people have talked about all year, is that it's a 60 Hz display, which, is fine, but not exactly pro. Now this is where the iPhone 17 comes in, and well, it kind of changes the game for the standard model. Apple has finally brought its ProMotion technology to the regular iPhone 17. That means you're getting a 120 Hz adaptive refresh rate. Scrolling, gaming, just swiping around on your home screen, everything is going to feel incredibly smooth and fluid. It's one of those things that once you experience it, it's really hard to go back. Plus, the iPhone 17 screen is also a tad larger at 6.3 inches and gets significantly brighter, which is great for outdoor use. So in the display department, the iPhone 17 is a massive leap forward. Okay, so what about the physical design? The iPhone 16 introduced this vertical camera layout, which allows it to capture spatial video for the Vision Pro. It also brought over the action button from the previous Pro models and added a new dedicated capture button on the side for the camera. It's got this flat-sided aluminum build that we're all familiar with. The iPhone 17 looks pretty similar at a glance, but with those slimmer bezels around the new, larger screen. It keeps the action button and the capture button, so no changes there. It's still an aluminum build, but Apple is saying the glass is even tougher this year. So the core design is more of an evolution, not a revolution. The main physical difference you'll feel is that slightly larger size to accommodate the bigger screen. Next up, the engine of the whole thing, performance and the processor. The iPhone 16 is running on the A19 chip, and let's be real, this chip is a powerhouse. For daily use, social media, gaming, editing videos, it handles everything you throw at it without breaking a sweat. It's incredibly efficient and will be for years to come. The iPhone 17, as you'd expect, gets the new A19 Bionic chip. Apple is promising the usual improvements. It's faster, more power efficient, and has an even more capable neural engine for all the AI features. In the real world, will you notice a huge day-to-day speed difference between the A18 and A19? Probably not for basic tasks. But for heavy gaming, future AI features, and just overall longevity, the A19 gives the iPhone 17 a clear edge. Alright, let's move on to one of the most important things for a lot of us, the camera system. On the back, both phones rock a fantastic 48 megapixel main camera that can take super high resolution photos and uses sensor shift stabilization for crisp, steady shots. But the big difference is the ultra-wide lens. The iPhone 16 has a standard 12 megapixel ultra-wide camera. The iPhone 17 upgrades that to a full 48 megapixel Fusion ultra-wide camera. In practice, that means your ultra-wide shots on the 17 are going to have way more detail, especially when you zoom in. It also means better performance in low light and enables much sharper macro photography for those super close-up shots. But honestly, the more exciting upgrade might be on the front. The iPhone 16 has a solid 12 megapixel selfie camera, which is perfectly fine. The iPhone 17, however, introduces a brand new 18 megapixel center stage camera. This thing is clever. It has a wider field of view, so it can automatically expand to fit more people in a group selfie without you having to awkwardly stretch your arm out. And check this out, it's designed so you can take a landscape selfie while still holding the phone vertically. No more fumbling to turn your phone sideways for a wider shot. It's a small thing, but it's a really smart quality of life improvement that you'll use all the time. And what about battery life? This has been a bit of a sore spot for some iPhone 16 users. I've seen a lot of comments and forum posts saying the battery life is just okay. It'll get most people through the day, but heavy users might find themselves reaching for a charger by the evening. Apple seems to have heard the feedback. Thanks to that more efficient A19 chip and likely a slightly bigger battery, they're promising longer battery life on the iPhone 17. The official numbers suggest a couple of extra hours of video playback, which should translate to a noticeable improvement in real-world usage. For anyone who struggled with the iPhone 16's battery, this could be a major selling point. Finally, let's talk about the options and unique features. Both phones come in a nice range of colors. The iPhone 16 starts at 128 gigabytes of storage. The iPhone 17 thankfully now starts at 256 gigabytes for the same launch price, which is a much better value. A big difference though is still the USB-C port. On the base iPhone 16 and 17, you're still getting USB 2.0 speeds. So if you're transferring huge video files from your phone to a computer, it's going to be slow. You still need to jump to the Pro models for those faster transfer speeds. So let's talk money. When the iPhone 16 launched, it started at $799 for the 128 gigabytes model. The new iPhone 17 is launching at the exact same starting price, $799, but, and this is a big but, you're getting 256 gigabytes of storage for that price. So right off the bat, you're getting double the storage for the same money, which is fantastic value. It effectively makes the iPhone 17 a much more budget-friendly option when you consider the storage and all the other upgrades. Okay, so after all of that, which one should you choose? Honestly, the iPhone 16 is still a fantastic phone. It's incredibly powerful, has a great main camera, and has useful features like the action button. If you currently have an iPhone 16 and you're happy with it, especially if the 60Hz screen and the battery life don't bother you, there is absolutely no need to rush out and upgrade. It's gonna be supported and feel fast for many years. It's best suited for someone who can find it at a discount now that the 17 is out, and for whom a 120Hz display isn't a must-have feature. But the iPhone 17 is just a much better value proposition. For the same launch price, you're getting a superior and smoother 120Hz ProMotion display, a significantly upgraded ultra-wide camera, better battery life, a faster chip, and double the starting storage. It's a huge leap. The iPhone 17 is the phone for someone who is upgrading from an iPhone 14 or older. The improvements, especially the display, will feel like a night and day difference. It's also for anyone who was considering the 16 but was put off by its compromises. So my personal choice, if I were buying a new phone right now, it would be the iPhone 17, no question. The upgrade to the ProMotion display alone is worth it for me, and when you add in all the other improvements for the same price, it's just a clear winner. But again, that doesn't make the iPhone 16 a bad phone. They are both great options, but the 17 feels like what the standard iPhone should have been all along. But that's just my take. I would love to know what you guys think. Are you team iPhone 16 or are you upgrading to the iPhone 17? Let me know down in the comments. And if you want to see more, I'll have a full review of the iPhone 17 once it arrives and maybe a comparison with the Pro models. So if that sounds interesting, please consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss out. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.